My entire puberty is littered with fervent, intense fantasies about being with you.
Oh, come Owen. That's just creepy. He's talking to his brother's best friend. The one he's known since she was like knee-high to a grasshopper.
Well, technically, she's the one who's knee-high.
Don't you start with the technicalities. This whole thing sounds like a dumpster fire, waiting to happen. And I'm here for it.
Welcome back to Heart Book Radio, the only book club that's more dysfunctional than the families we read about.
And I'm the one who actually reads the books, unlike some people who just skim the spark notes and pretend they know everything.
I'll have you know, I did extensive research on Susie Tate's Unworthy. I even read 3 whole reviews.
Oh, 3 whole reviews. Wow, you must be exhausted. I, on the other hand, actually lived through this emotional roller coaster. And let me tell you, folks, this book is less Pride and Prejudice and more Pride and Prejudice. If Mr. Darcy was a gaslighting, windsurfing hating doctor.
A rather reductive assessment, but I suppose it captures the essence of the conflict. The author, I believe, intended to explore the complexities of...
Sure. The author intended to make us all want to throw our phones across the room. That's what she intended.
Let's start with Yaz, our protagonist doll. She's a yoga-loving, windsurfing enthusiast who runs her own alternative therapy business. A free spirit, one might say.
Or a doormat, one might also say. Seriously, this woman lets everyone walk all over her. Her family treats her like a child. Her business partner is clearly scamming her, and Heath. Oh, Heath.
Ah, yes, Heath, our problematic male lead. A successful doctor, 10 years Yaz's senior, and, shall we say, opinionated.
Opinionated. The man is a walking, talking red flag factory. He's constantly belittling Yaz, criticizing her choices, and generally acting like a possessive, overgrown toddler. I swear. I diagnosed him with at least 5 different personality disorders while reading this.
I believe you're referring to his protective instincts. He's known Yaz since she was a child. He feels a certain responsibility for her well-being.
Responsibility. He fantasizes about her when she was 11. That's not responsibility, that's grounds for a restraining order. My neighbor, Gary, he reminds me of Heath, always yelling at the kids to get off his lawn, complaining about the noise. Secretly, I think Gary just wants to be one of the kids.
While I appreciate the colorful analogy, I think we should focus on the text on Heath's behavior, while certainly unconventional, stems from a deep-seated childhood trauma.
Oh, here we go with the trauma. Everyone's got trauma. My ex-husband, bless his heart, had trauma, sure. That didn't give him the right to leave his dirty socks all over the living room. And it certainly doesn't give Heath the right to treat Yaz like his personal emotional punching bag.
I'm not condoning his behavior, merely providing context. And Yaz, for all her apparent flackiness, does eventually stand up for herself.
After, like 300 pages of emotional abuse, I was screaming at the book, "Girl, dump him. Go windsurf into the sunset and never look back."
So, the question remains, is Unworthy actually any good? The reviews are mixed, to say the least.
Mixed. They're a war zone. You've got people throwing their Kindles, people crying their eyes out, people defending Heath like he's some kind of misunderstood hero. It's chaos.
I found this one particularly insightful. Susie Tate always gets me right in the heart. Seeing two people heal and learn to trust is beautiful.
Be sure. That reviewer clearly skipped over the part where Heath tells Yaz she's basically not good enough for him after they sleep together. That's not beautiful, that's a dumpster fire.
Then we have this gem. Did not finish because he was just a massive arse and bully. Succinct, I'll grant you.
See, even the 1-star reviews are more articulate than Heath.
Let's consider a hypothetical. If Heath were a sandwich, what kind of sandwich would he be?
Easy. A stale, moldy, weak, old tuna sandwich on white bread, left out in the sun, with extra mayo, and a side of passive, aggressive comments.
Intriguing. I was thinking more along the lines of a very spicy, perhaps overly seasoned chili, potentially delicious, but likely to give you heartburn.
You always have to make it complicated, don't you? Look, I'll admit, there were parts of this book I enjoyed. Yaz's eventual self-discovery, the descriptions of the beach.
The windsurfing.
Don't push it. But overall, the whole Heath thing just ruined it for me, sure. It's like the author took a perfectly good romance novel and dumped a whole bucket of toxic waste on it.
I wouldn't go that far. I think there's a certain morbid fascination in watching a relationship so fundamentally flawed. It's like a train wreck. You can't look away.
You know what else is a train wreck? Your dating life.
That's entirely irrelevant.
Okay, time for our completely arbitrary rating system. I'm giving Unworthy 2 out of 5 windsurfing boards, 1 for Yaz, 1 for the beach, and 0 for Heath.
I'm going to be slightly more generous. I'll give it 6 out of 13. Misplaced childhood fantasies. It's a problematic book, undoubtedly. But it does raise some interesting questions about love, forgiveness, the enduring power of bad decisions.
You're just saying that because you secretly relate to Heath.
I do not.
Join us next week on Heart Book Radio, when we'll be discussing The Vampire's Accountant, a thrilling tale of tax evasion and eternal damnation.
I believe it's actually a metaphor for the existential dread of late-stage capitalism.
Whatever you say, just try to actually read the book this time, okay?